Let's understand the if statement, and the if statement works basically exactly the same as in reality. So imagine if it rains, it's basically rainy, and if it doesn't rain, it is sunny. So you can do the exact same logic inside of JavaScript, for example, by using an if statement. So let's imagine we have a variable that said let rains be equal to true. So right now it's basically raining. And now we can use an if statement to check whether it's raining or not. And if it rains, we do something. And if it doesn't rain, we do something else. And we can do so by using the keyword if, which says that we are going to use an if statement. Then we are going to use opening and closing brackets. And inside of those brackets, we are going to use the condition. And the condition right now is if rains is equal to true. Now we're going to use opening and closing brackets once again, and inside of these brackets we are going to say what we are going to do if it rains. So if rains equals true, and this here is basically the comparison operator, which basically means if the thing on the left is equal to the thing on the right. And if it rains, we are going to console.log it is raining, for example. And now we can also do something that happens if it doesn't rain. So we can use an else statement, and we can, for example, say if it doesn't rain, so else, if rains is not equal to true, we're going to console.log the sun is shining, for example. We're going to save this, and now we can run the file, and you will see right now is raining. So if we set rains to false, for example, so it's not raining, and we're going to run the same code again, we can see the sun is shining. So we are getting this else statement. Let's do another example. Let's say we have an age, for example, and let's say our age is 17, for example. Now, obviously, we maybe want to check if the age is above 18 already. So we can say if age is greater than 18, we're going to console.log you are 18 already. And let's use greater than to check equality as well. And we're going to save this. So if our age is greater or equal to 18, you're already 18. So let's say else our age is you are not 18 yet. And now once we're going to run the code, we will see that you're not 18 yet because we are 17. So if we are going to say that we are 18, we will see that we are 18 already. But let's imagine we also want to check whether our person is between 18 and 50. And we can do so by adding another else if statement. So if you want to check more conditions, you have the option to do so by using else if. And else if works pretty much the same as if. You're going to write else if, so this is the keyword. Now you have opening and closing brackets to add a condition. So first of all, let's check whether our person is less than 18. So he's not 18 yet. Then we can say you are not 18 yet. Now let's use the else if statement to check whether our age is greater or equal to 18. And we can also say, let's check whether our age is less or equal to 50. And now again, we're going to use opening and closing brackets. And inside of this code block, we can again say, what do we want to do if our person is greater or equal to 18 and our age is less or equal to 50. And then we can basically say we are going to console.log you are between 18 and 50. And else our person is obviously above 50. So we're going to say you are older than 50 years old. And now once we run the code with 17, for example, we get the first code block, you're not 18 yet. Now we're going to say we are 25, for example. We're going to run the code and we see you're between 18 and 50. And now if we say we are basically 51, for example, and we're going to run the code again, you're older than 50 years old. So now this is how you add an if statement, an else if statement, and the else statement.